The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when you kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, summon the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin, about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years, putting in 10,000 hours. It empowers careers from the baby and Megan the Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life, currency in the party with MC Light. J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop in my Apple Watch, smoking Fraggle Rocks. 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when you kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division, I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Check me out on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. 1-2-1-2 in place to be with Kahlee, Trey Don. How you doing, bro?
What up, though? Man, I'm doing wonderful, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm good. You still go by Trey Don?
I mean, I don't really go by it. It's just, you know, it's a name. I'm from the 310. You know what I'm saying? Trey Don Music is my publishing. So, but Kahlee is cool. You know what I mean? Kahlee 310 is the handles.
Yeah, I was looking at your old videos. And I was like, I forgot he used to go by that.
I mean, I ain't never really went by it. It's just people call you by your handle. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to put a last name. Trey Dime is 310. So
what you been up to?
Chilling, man. Working, being super, like, writing a lot, mad creative. Family's doing well, fixing up the house, doing life shit. My 9 to 5's pretty dope. That's been going well. And just dropped this SD State of Mind record, man. San Diego compilation. So that's like the focus right this minute, you know, in between dropping my own solo shit, by the way.
All right. So yeah, let us know more about it says San Diego State of Mind, the Dago Renaissance, Volume 1.
Yeah, so SD State of Mind is something that me and my brother Nate created. It's like San Diego culture across the board in every aspect. You know, we come from a hip hop background, especially with Hip Hop Wedge, which was a weekly event that we was throwing out here. Now it's a San Diego hip hop blog. You know what I'm saying? SD State of Mind I wanted to put out a compilation record with all San Diego artists, was all San Diego MCs and producers, plus like 90% of them was all performers at Hip Hop Wedge, you know what I'm saying, which is my event. So it's really dope. It's been a minute. I don't even know if San Diego has anything like this. It's definitely not recent. If so it's dope that not only I was able to put something like this together with a lot of people that I really fuck with, but also as people that we kind of built a community around and with over the last 4 years, you know what I'm saying, leading up to the pandemic. And man, it just dropped. So it's on all platforms, you know, SD State of Mind, Volume 1, Dago Renaissance, because that's what we in. We in the Renaissance period. You know what I mean? So it's fire. It's a dope record.
How was the creative process? Was it like they just sent you a song individually, or was y'all all making the songs together?
Nah, so there's only one posse cut on this record. Mm-hmm. Everything else is like people, either solo tracks. I basically reached out to a bunch of people. Majority of the people I reached out to was able to either come through with something, or there was a couple people that came through early, but the process went a little longer than I wanted it. This was supposed to drop in March, but with so many things going on, because I was mad creative, I've actually put a lot of things aside because I've been writing so much. So this was something that I kind of slowed down so I could put the right amount of focus to it. And there was a couple people that had a song ready. They also did a video, and they were like, yo, we'll just try to get you another song later. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And for some of them, it didn't happen. But just came out to me hitting everybody up. And basically the two requirements is it got to be all San Diego cats. and it got to be exclusive. So none of these tracks are available anywhere else. If you see them somewhere else, it shouldn't be until next year. This should be the only place you'll be able to get it, you know, until 2022 or beyond. You know what I'm saying? So needed some exclusive, needed all Dago cats. And yeah, man, every song different from the last. So it's a good example. I mean, you came especially early on to hip hop weds. It's a diverse crowd, you know, different colors, different cultures, different styles, different areas and locations of within San Diego. And this record really reflects that, man. It's dope. Like, I'm proud of it, man.
It looked like the posse cut is for the culture, the remix.
Yep.
So who? Just talk about who all you got on the album.
So on the whole album, we definitely got some hip hop weds residents. We got Kill C Ray got a record. The Elephants in the Room, which is Parker Edison. He's also a hip hop weds resident. And then with DJ Gargar. But then we got 1019. We got Natalie from the Bay. From O-Side, my bad. The homegirl Nat and Jessica Duran from O-Side. Man, it's a lot of people. My brother L Blue, young brother, that's my man's, and he started off. He's probably he's possibly one of the more unknown names on here that this should hopefully get him some more shine. You know what I mean? We got John Green, we got 18 Scales, we got Drake Hat, Kahlee the Dreamer, and DJ Root. Evolve One got some beats on there. Cause and Emphasize. Man, there's so many people. It's hard to remember. The posse cut is Ralph Quasar. So I actually started some shit called SD State of Mind like a year ago. I dropped the EP called SD State of Mind. It was just me, Ralph Quasar, on the beats. And that eventually turned into this, you know, SD State of Mind, everything, right? So For the Culture was a record we dropped like probably February of last year. And now this the remix with Rick Scales, Kahlee the Dreamer, Mickey Vale, fucking Apollo, Real J Wallace, and we also got the homeboy Beto Perez from Jammin' 957 to do like the intro, you know, so it's like a radio drop type vibe. So just really pumped about that. Again, these are 6 dope MCs that you don't usually hear on a record together or even on the same bill, but everybody's homies, different areas of Dago. It was dope to get everybody together, man. The video is going to be dope as fuck.
And you were saying you've been creating a lot, so did like something happen in your creative process? Or
yeah, the pandemic. Basically, you know, I was throwing those shows for before the pandemic. We was coming up on 3 years throwing these events, and every week, and I'm booking almost every single one of them, and I'm doing the flyers for all of them. I'm also coordinated. Like, it's easy to book shows if you don't give a fuck who you booking, how they sound, if they're good or bad, especially if they go out together. Plus, if you don't mind booking them on the next 7 shows. You know what I'm saying? We don't do it like that. We don't book the same person even more than possibly twice in a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. And even then, it's like we book Rick Scales like maybe 3 times in 1 year. That was once solo, once as 18 Scales, and once in like a crew performance. You know what I mean? So like that's the most you're gonna see one person on a bill in a whole year. So I got to do all those things plus flyers, running the shows and throwing the shows. That could get stressful, but that's dope. I like that. It's all the behind the scenes stuff at home that takes me away from, you know, I got my weekly radio show, Bars Weekly. I got a 9 to 5 in my fam. So I got to write in between all that when I got all this. So when the pandemic came, it just kind of opened me up, you know, and I just started writing because I had to throw shows no more. That was a huge weight off my shoulder. And then the mind state changed too, man. It's like, man, I'm super blessed, bro. I'm like fixing up my home. You know, I kind of just, I don't know if I realized it, like, really. It's kind of like when you hurt your ankle, it should be hurting for a long time. And one day you realize not only is it better, but you don't even remember when it hurt last. Like it got okay, you know, over the time period. And one day you realize, yo, this shit is completely healed. And all of a sudden I was just writing like crazy, bro. Somebody shoot me a beat. And if I'm feeling it, I'm writing something and sending them a reference track in like maybe 30 minutes. And I'm writing it at work, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So for some people that's regular. It's definitely not regular for me. You know what I'm saying? But over this last year, just been writing a lot of music, releasing a lot of music, keeping it consistent. And now the SD State of Mind joint, man, it's just got more to go. Really pumped about it, man.
So do you plan on going back to doing more shows, or are you going to kind of balance it out a little bit more now?
Both. So I'm not going back to weekly events just yet. We plan on returning fully in the fall, but at the same time, you know, what's that going to mean? We'll see when we get there. We're definitely upgrading. You know, these are weekly shows that are free. We threw 100 shows for free, charge $10 for one show, and you know, a lot of people came, but also a lot of people complained. So it's like, bitch, you gonna complain about a dope free show? I mean, a dope show for
Even
10
bought a
bucks.
show for free.
Yeah, you basically entitled because all the other shows were free, and it's like, nah, I'm not gonna change what I know to be right just because some people, you know, don't want to pay. I know that if we giving people free dope events, good vibes all the time, when we charge for something special, you know what I mean? It's worth it. If you don't want to come, good riddance. That's kind of how I feel, because I feel like we're getting to the point where we're mastering the win-win-win, you know, where everybody involved, from the venue getting money at the bar, the artists are performing in front of people. Sometimes they're getting paid, sometimes they're not, depends on the situation, but these are free events. Also, the people come to the event, not only are they happy, you could just be somebody walking in off the street and like fucking with the vibe, like, yo, this is better than I thought. Or you came for, you know, MC so and so, and like these other MCs, you feeling these cats too, because when I curate the event, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to find new artists, and artists be able to find new fans, you know, and us, we making a little dough. But for me, it just wasn't enough to deal with all the extra stress. So it's like, okay, so what we do, we upgrade. That last venue, we're not rocking with them no more. Now we upgrade into a new one, you know, something bigger. We're going to be doing an event. July 14th is an album release party. So if you're in San Diego, you know, definitely come to the album release party for SD State of Mind Dago Renaissance. And that's going to be at the Casbah on the 14th, July 14th. So that's the next event that we're throwing. And, you know, we'll see what comes next. We're looking at like September, October. I'm also part of the Thought Fest in Ontario. So that's like, it's not SD State of Mind or Hip Hop Weds. It's like a separate thing. But me and a lot of homies rock with that. That's the homie 60 East's thing in Ontario. And I do the stage management on that. So we are part of that too. So we're just keeping it consistent and making sure that the quality of things are paramount. You know what I mean? And if we're doing one show a month, but it's really dope instead of four, then that's what we're doing until we figure out what's best to, you know, do next. We got Slapping Hands. That's the homeboy Rick Scales been killing that. Slapping Hands is a dope event. Again, bringing a lot of different people from different areas and different genres, mixing the neo soul with the hip hop and, you know, the b-boy shit. Like, we just really trying to do dope, fun, good vibe shit. But at the same time, we trying to do different, unique shit, you know? So if we could accomplish that, then we good.
So what's next for you?
Man, I was just talking to my man Chrome. Basically, I got a couple tracks that I'm going to be releasing because I've been making so much music, plus working with a lot of different producers. I'm really focusing on, you know, promoting this SD State of Mind shit. I mean, I think this is special for San Diego, man. And I think definitely special for the main scene that I kind of circulate through. At the same time, I'm hoping that other people in their own respective scenes decide they want to do the same thing for the people that they rock with or whatever, you know what I mean? And just kind of keep brightening the spotlight on San Diego as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of that's what we've been doing, right? Besides that, like, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know Karma.
I know MC Karma from like North County.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know him, but
I think he tried it. He did something like that, but it was San Diego. But it was like more of his label people first, so it wasn't like you. I think yours is like you're not doing like your label, so it's kind of like more San Diego. But I think he was trying to do that, but it was like his label artist and then a San Diego person, so it was kind of different. But I know he did that a few years ago. He dropped something like that a few years ago out here. I remember that.
I'm gonna look into that then. I mean, you know, it's just about getting stuff out there. But when we do a compilation record, this shit really contradicts the idea of the Salty D complex. You know what I mean? The Salty D complex, where, yo, everybody just hating on us because this San Diego, we ain't never gonna get ahead because the Salty D this and the Salty D that. It's like, motherfucker, yeah, there's haters just like anywhere. Anytime I've had that conversation, I've just not agreed with the overall idea that in LA they be doing this, but in San Diego they hate. It's like, man, shut up, dog. You just not great, and that's fine. But if you lose this mentality and start focusing on everybody's holding you down, then you could become great. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? For the most part, not everybody gonna be great, but you're not gonna have all these bullshit chains that you're putting on yourself, and you ain't taking responsibility for your fucking journey. You're trying to blame everybody else for your shortcomings when it's like, nah, fam. Like, stop complaining that everybody hating on you when like 17 people know who you are. Or maybe a bunch of people is showing you love, but 17 people is hating on you. Yo, the haters is way louder than everybody else sometimes, but they're this big. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really feel. So putting, amongst other things, that was another thing that we've managed to do with Hip Hop Weds, man, is like just really create a community of people that supporting each other. And from that, other things stemmed from like the SD music room to other people throwing their events and like people circulating in different scenes. And I know a lot of that started at this weekly event every Wednesday in North Park, you know what I mean, called Hip Hop West. So this is just another thing that we you know, doing our part, our little contribution to the scene, you know what I mean? And at the same time, in the simplest form, it's just dope hip hop, you know? But besides that, man, I got like a bunch of little EPs, 3-song EPs, 5-song EPs. I'm working on a couple tracks with my man Nate from Orange County. We dropped this little 5-song EP called Soapbox Chronicles. So that was just digital in January, right? So doing a couple extra tracks, and we're gonna put out some kind of physical at the end of the year. Working on the next Ralph Quasar collabo, me and him. Working on some with Ralph Quasar and Rick Scales, so the 18 Scales Kahlee mix. We started that finally. You know what I mean? I got an EP coming out with my man Chrome. He's a producer from the East. My man Horace out of LA. Working with my man L Blue on a couple tracks. So I'm just like, just keeping it moving and trying to work with homies. You know what I mean? Trying to work with cats. Because now that the pen game is moving, I'm like, yo, let's do this. Yo, let's do that. And if cats is with it, then we moving, man. That was the time, I feel, for me at least.
Yeah, I'll be telling people, man, like when I think of like people that like, I feel like you do a lot for San Diego hip hop. So
Thanks, man.
people give you recognition, man, because that's a lot of work. I'm pretty sure you're doing. So
I'm not tripping off the rec. I mean, nothing extra. At least we just doing, like, to me, that's just what we're supposed to do. But I just happen to be a guy who likes to do these things, you know what I'm saying? But I know all this trickles down. So like what I've been trying to push to all the people, you know, involved in the SD State of Mind record is like, make sure we're dropping this in June. This is like early spring. I'm like, we dropping this shit in June. Get y'all shit together so that in the summer you could release this, you could release that, and you could use this record as a springboard. You know what I mean? We got a few videos dropping off this record, but there's also people coming out with singles and little EPs and albums and doing things that hopefully this record will help springboard. And then plus they meet success that comes back to the record. So we do things in a way where it just keeps circulating and coming back. You know what I mean? Even when you look at the artwork, we dropped 7 singles, bro, off a 16-song album. So it's like all the artwork looks the same. So as long as you promote that artwork, that shit is gonna draw you back to the album, make you look at, oh shit, John Green and Carino got a track on this. Oh, let me check that out and whatever. So you know, it's just trying to do it in a way where it keeps circulating, man. Keep it in the community.
yeah, I see you like being a music executive. That will be next step.
You know, the hard thing is like you can't rely on cats to follow through with the shit that y'all agreed that they're gonna follow through with. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, if it was easier, I would do it. Or if there was more riding on it, I'd be down. That shit's stressful, dog. Like, I don't like failure, but if I'm the one failing, I can handle it. But if I'm riding on somebody else and they fail because they ain't really put their 100% in, I can't handle that shit. It's gonna turn into a yelling match. So I don't know if you ever see me be a true executive in that standpoint, but maybe for myself and with SD State of Mind. My man Nate is amazing at some of these damn things that I suck at. So I really see now that our partnership is turning into something great. I really see huge things for us and everybody we're attached to, man, because we stretching arms now. We have more reach now that we working on a common thing, man. It's really dope. It's been good, man. I want to ask what's up with you, dude. How you been doing? When you gonna start wrestling again? What's up?
Oh no, I let that go, man. I'm a Peloton gang now.
Hey, whatever you doing, bro, make that happen.
Yeah, actually, I got a wrestling podcast I'm working on though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was talking to this guy right before I was talking to you. His name is Showtime. He has a promotion called Compton Mania. So we were just kind of like, because that's what I want to do. I actually want to get into wrestling somehow, like where they let me like help produce or some shit or write or whatever. I'm trying to get in like that.
I mean, it's like anything else, right? You just go.
I know.
And like you go and go and go, and sometimes you feel like you ain't making headway. Then all of a sudden you hit the vein. It's like you struck gold, just a little bit of gold, and now you just got to find where the vein is and follow that shit. You know, DJ Root mad into wrestling, Kill C Ray into wrestling, Noah James and the IE. I think they might even have a podcast. I'm not really sure about that, but we obviously it's a bunch of homies in our circles that's into wrestling. But man, once you tap that vein, you'll be in there, man. Yeah, that's just kind of crazy. Still very popular, huh?
Yeah, so I've been doing that and shit, just interviewing. I do that shit like shit. I probably do interviews like every day, pretty much. So that's why I be like, man, I don't even got time to be. I don't be like checking the emails like I should. Because when I get off work, I do this. And when I'm done with this, I sleep. I be tired of this. Like shit.
You got to go directly into the work. Like you get home and you go directly into the work you got to do. Because if you sit down and chill, then you're not gonna get up. I got to connect my old computer because I recently upgraded my system. So not only am I on a new computer, but I'm not on Pro Tools no more. I'm on Studio One. I got to bounce some shit from my old computer on Pro Tools and send it to my man so he could mix something for this next show coming up. So it'll probably only take like half hour, 45 minutes maybe. But it's like, man, I don't want to do that shit. If it was on this new computer, I'd boom, 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 send it to him. But it's just all this old stuff that's just going to be on that computer forever.
Yeah, I know. You got so it's going to be Cali. It's going to be San Diego Mondays for a while. Cause I know we got a couple of artists lined up each Monday coming up.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. It's a lot of good hip hop out here, bro. And I trip out because I'll see a show and it'll be all Dago cats. And I'm like, I literally haven't heard of these 20 people ever in my whole life. So it just shows me like, yo, man, we doing something really big. And these people are doing something big too. And they never heard of us and we never heard of them. And this is in one city, you know what I mean? So we just got to continue to make noise, reach out. You know, if we can help, we help. If they can help, they help. Whatever little shining lights on cats, you know, sending people our way or whatever type of thing. You know, just the shit that you doing too is like all we're doing is growing the light that's shining on our city. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we doing that mixed with us ourselves hustling with whatever we do, we doing our job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
All day, fam. It's always good talking with you, bro.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, I've been doing it for a long time. I remember we did the one at the park first.
Yeah.
The road park at first.
That was way, yeah. I was about to challenge you to a game of handball and shit.
But no, that was about to. Been doing it for a while though. That's good. You still at it, man. Shit,
yeah, man. And it's the new shit now. It's SD State of Mind all day, man.
That's what's up. You want to tell them how to hit you up?
Yes. First of all, follow everything at Kahlee 310. That's KAHLEE 310. And man, I got a bunch of things. If you go to barsweekly.com, you can see all the links. But this is what you should just do. This is what you should do. You go to sdstateofmind.com. That's sdstateofmind.com. biglinks.com/sdstateofmind. And what's going to happen is you'll see the shows, the podcast, everything under the SD State of Mind banner. Every week we're doing a feature on a San Diego hip hop artist, you know, so you could go and see the archives there. Every Monday, every Tuesday, is a new episode of Bars Weekly, my radio show. We got the food show, SD Visits, where we go and check out food from a new restaurant. And we got the pilot episode on that. We got Serial Killers, which is a new show that we're going to be putting out this year. We did the pilot episode. And then the dude who shot it turned into a bitch all of a sudden because he got greedy. But the new show is going to be dope. And it's going to be like smoking bowls of weed, eating bowls of cereal, and talking shit, basically. Sponsored by Classics, you know what I mean? And Also, of course, you got the link to listen to the album. You could just check out SD State of Mind on your favorite streaming platform, or go to sdstateofmind.com. You can check it out, man. And then, of course, July 14th at the Casbah. If you go to that website, scroll down, you can buy tickets to the show. It's $10 to get in. It's going to be a dope-ass event. Starts at 9. Open mic before 10 and after midnight. And no rapping over vocals. That's the other thing. I usually say, like, it's cool if you do that. I don't actually feel that way. I just acknowledge that other people do things differently, and sometimes that different way is of less quality than I prefer. You know what I'm saying? But with us, we think that doing it like that is the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? This training wheels, bro. So there's no training wheels allowed at our spot. You know what I mean? And come through and see some MCs rock, man. It's going to be really dope. And again, this is something for the city. And then what's happening is we got the limited edition cassettes that we're going to be slanging. There's not going to be any CDs for this record. The cassettes, and then we're going to be doing pre-orders for the vinyl that we hopefully will have by the end of the year. So we're pretty pumped, man. It's a lot of good things happening. But SD State of Mind, at SD State of Mind, especially on Instagram and Kahlee 310. And that's it.
Yeah. I would say it's kind of setting them up for failure, letting them rap over their vocals. Because, like, eventually you're going to have to not rap over your vocals, then, you know.
I mean, look, man, it's like this, bro. There's a lot of cats who rap over their vocals just because they can't do it. And then there's cats who do it because they think that's how it's supposed to be done. So when I book somebody, I hit them up and I got to ask them 2 questions. Are you of age? Because 21 and over at this venue or whatever. But regardless if that's the situation, I ask them if they rap over their vocals. I know right away, based on how sometimes I get, man, hell nah, man, this is some real MC shit. And I'm like, all right, I like how you think. Sometimes I get, oh, what's that?
Like, what you mean?
Like,
you know what I mean?
Bro, do you rap over an instrumental or do you rap over your lyrics? Are you basically, oh, it's a performance track? You ain't answering my question, fam. Performance track means something different to everybody. I'm like, and I try to say it in a nice way, like, yo, man, our crowd has come accustomed to, and I don't say real MCs, but you're not a real MC if you just going over your, you know what I mean? You're on training wheels, you know what I'm saying? Now, there are a lot of artists who rap over their vocals all the time. But when they perform with us, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no doubt, I'll do it without the vocals. And they come through, and most of the time, they kill it. And I'm just like, yo, how come you don't do it like this, man? How come you don't do this at your shows? It's like with me, I don't got a DJ or a hype man. I have my chorus in there. You know what I'm saying? That way I could kind of talk over my chorus. I could kind of go along with the chorus. I could take a breather in between. But my verses, like, I'm not rapping over my background vocals. I'm not rapping over 100 ad libs. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, it's just some ad libs, but it'd be like the whole fucking verse. You know what I mean? It's like, man, you cheating like a mother. You ain't even, they're taking drinks. You know, the ventriloquists, like when the ventriloquists be talking with the puppet and then they drink, and while they're still talking, that's how it look and shit. I'm like, man, y'all need to stop. But, you know.
I say, what's the flags in the background?
What's the what? The flag?
The
oh, that's the Hawaiian flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah, man.
You got some toys back there? I'm being nosy.
Yeah, man. I got some shit. Let me see. You see the Hulk Hogan, right? Let me see. Got the old school Hulk Hogan. This is the only one that my cousin, I guess, didn't steal from me and shit. I had them all. His nose all busted. You got a lot of shit, man. It would be here forever. There's a show called I think it's called Show Me Your Jewels or something like that, which is this dude from this group called The Arsonists, and it's just a bunch of cool shit, man. I got all kinds of stuff that, man, collectibles, things like one of a kind. That Doom right there, that's a one of a kind Doom right there. I used to work at this company called Disguise, the same people that do Halloween shit, and I was helping move. It was a temp job. I was helping them move from one building to another, so they're getting rid of a bunch of shit. And I'm kind of a weirdo, but in a different way. Like, people might not know it, so I start acting, talking shit or whatever. But I always be chopping it up with everybody. So the guys that everybody think is weird and never even talk to, those tend to be the people that I guess I see it as a challenge. Like, oh, I'm gonna get you to talk. We gonna have conversations. But anyways, all the designer dudes were like the weirdos, but I'm like, they're the coolest people here. Look at all this cool shit. So I kicked it with them all the time. And, I got all these magazines and comics issues from like Comic-Con for like the last 10 years. And then they gave me that. They gave me even more shit, but some of it I couldn't keep. I had this Venom, but it was unpainted. Man, I go on and on. That job sucked, but that made it worth it and shit. But yeah, man, I got a bunch of shit. Got that Cope too. He did that shit, I think, back in 07. You know, got the little Mr. E. That's San Diego hip hop right there. People might not know. Food's Gone Wild shit, but yeah, man. This is my little cool room and shit. My little stoofus studio office.
All right, then what's your social media one more time?
Everything at Kahlee 310. Instagram was where I do the most business, but you can hit me up anywhere. Bars_weekly, SD State of Mind, and Hip Hop Weds, man. And it's more than that, but those are the main four. Anything more than that, I'm gonna get lost. Scatterbrain, you know what I mean?
All right, y'all, we out. Check me out tomorrow. Follow me at PoPolitickin. Peace.
Peace to the Kahlee.